So some of us who've been using Logic for a long time have started to feel it's a little bit kind of dry and boring. Ableton, Cubase have got some fantastic tools for composition. Logic was really feeling as if it needed some help. Now, my friends down at Logic Cafe have come out with this really interesting download. So you can go along to the website and you can get set up and you can get it for free. I don't know how long that promotion is going to last for, but I've got hold of it, and this is really interesting. So basically it uses the environment, which is an area inside Logic that a lot of people are really kind of scared to delve into, but it's a very creative area, and the guys at Logic Cafe have built this. Now this is great because it reminds me of Ableton's Chord device, and then there's the arpeggiator, and then there's like a step sequencer as well. What I wanted to do is just to explore some of the possibilities and demonstrate some of the things that you guys could do if you get this set up. So really for me it brings a whole kind of new lease of life into Logic, which really does need it. You know, Logic 9's been around for a while. We're all waiting for Logic X and waiting to see what that's going to bring. So this could be a really interesting stopgap. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the chord function on, and we're going to turn these voices on. Now there was a little combination that I've used before that I think would work really nice for the demonstration, and I've never memorized this. I've just written it down. So the voicing is basically like +3 semitones, +7, so some of you musical guys will start to recognize what chord this is, +8, and I'll play you before and after so you can see what this is doing, -7, which is interesting, and +10. Let me just check on this. I'm using the caps lock keyboard. Got the camera up so you can see this. Let's take the octave higher. Let me just check that. That's sounding good. Yeah, I like that. That's got a real nice kind of deep vibe. Now I don't like the sound. This is the default preset that comes with this, and I'm going to drop this down. I'm going to start something new. So I'm going to go tutorial settings. Going to go for the analog saw initialize. This is a great kind of blank canvas when you're creating sounds. Just going to turn the volume down. Just to let you know, on the output here I've got the adaptive limiter so that we don't get too distorted coming into the screen recording software. Okay, yeah, let me do some work on this. Now I'm feeling it needs that kind of nice warm filter kind of approach. Let's bring the cutoff down. Now you can see here the cutoff is being modulated by envelope 2. Okay, so it's over here. Now what I want to do is just go for a kind of... I'm softening the attack of the filter there. I'll show you what happened if we go too far. That's too much. All right, so what I'm going to do is bring that down. Just want to go from the top half and bring it down. Now that's good. Now what I want to do is I want to make it thicker and richer. I'm going to turn on the unison, and to do so I need to increase the voices. Now if you're listening in stereo, you'll hear that sounding really nice. Let me bring the volume down. So that's got a real interesting kind of contemporary vibe to it. Now I'm holding the key down for a long period of time, but I'm not getting much energy. So let's take the sustain of the filter envelope up. That's more like it. Do you know what I'm thinking is that it doesn't, I'm not sure it's including the original note. So if this one's +3, let me just do a -3 on there and just check. I'm so used to Ableton's one. No, do you know what it is? Right, so look, it is including the original note, but it's adding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 additional notes. So we're doing 6 altogether. Let me turn the chord off. So look, that's amazing. You know, if you were doing that yourself, it sounds obviously very, very simplistic. It really comes alive with that chord on. So that's great. That's great. You know what? Let me just open up once again that. The other thing I might do is just try this. Is try the rise. Yeah. Let me just slow that out a bit. 'Do you know what I'm thinking is that it doesn't, I'm not sure it's including the original note. So if this one's +3, let me just do a -3 on there and just check. I'm so used to Ableton's one. Yeah, let me just slow that out a bit. 'Do you know what I'm thinking is that it doesn't, I'm not sure it's including the original note. So if this one's +3, let me just do a -3 on there and just check. I'm so used to Ableton's one. Yeah, let me just slow that out a bit. Okay, so down a bit. The higher it is, the quicker that's going up. Yeah, let me bring this down. Whoa, I'll tell you what. This is a great thing about the ES2, coming back to it after not using it for a while. You realise what a nice synthesizer it is. Let's maybe get a bit of resonance. Now it could be that in a track, you would use that. Just increase that resonance. Yeah, alright, so let me just have a little bit of a play around. I'm going to record something in terms of the tempo. Maybe 120 is about right, I'm not sure. Let's have a look. Okay, click. It's quite quiet in relative to that, so I'm going to bring this down. Take my level up here. Okay, maybe that's it. Okay, maybe I'll take it out here. Let me just record something in, see what basically see how it goes. Okay, well that'll do. Let me just come back on here and take a look. And inside, you can see that actually now this has created all the notes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So like I was saying, it's creating those. This is great because we actually get to see the notes now. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get these all quantized up. I'm feeling like a nice amount of swing on there, maybe 16E. So that sounds like this. And what I want to do is just get a little bit of a beat vibe down. I'm going to use software instruments and I'm going to go for the EXS24. I've got the basic install of Live Logic, and that means I haven't got all the kits and stuff installed, so I'm going to just make something up here, and basically C1 is going to be where I'm going to do that. So what I'm going to do is just try to remind myself, right, load samples, new zone, that's it. That's ended up, do you know what, actually that's not going to be the right approach for me. I'm going to undo, and I'm going to go instead to my browser, and I'm going to find on the hard disk users Daniel Lewis, music, sound library, drums and percussion, drum hits, and yeah, got a whole bunch of things in here. Let's put the preview on. Do you know what? I'm going to go for that. I'm going to stick this onto C1. And let me just come back up, drum hits. Let's get like a shaker. That could be good. Just going to go over here. So just building up a little kit. I want to get like a rim shot or something maybe. Let's see if I've got any snares with rim shots. Okay, let's take these away. Let's have a look. Maybe actually, I can't remember. Did I stick these in another folder? No. Do you know what it is? I'm so used to using the machine library now. I tend to use that for a lot of my stuff. I used to use this folder all the time. D'Angelo, I'll tell you what, these are good. There we go. That's the one. Right, I'm going to stick this in here for the moment. And I'm just going to close it down. And I'm going to save that kit. It's a real basic kit. Let me just call it basic kit. And I'm going to get something in there. Let me find the notes. Caps lock keyboard. Just go max velocity. There we go. Alright, now that actually sounds really loud. Let's find it. There's shaker. And let me take the volume down. Got the planes taking over me again today. So that's what the sound is, in case you're wondering. It's going to ask me to save. Let's save. Alright then. So it's taking a bit of time. So sorry about that. But anyway, you can see some of the drum selection stuff going on there. And what I'll do is I'll just create something over here. Let's have a look. Now this is funny. This is good to know, right? Because you can, as you can see, basically it's imported all the notes. Yeah, I'll keep this on 16E, by the way, with the grid. Let me take all of this away. So this is what you need to watch out for. If we go to the environment, and what we've got here, of course, is the chords. I need to turn that off. Otherwise, we're going to end up in trouble. So yeah, you want to turn that off first. Let me just have a listen. Okay, let me undo that. There's one below, of course. Okay, let me just loop that. Take it off caps lock, push the L. You get a real sense of that swing now. Caps lock. Okay. Alright, so let me record that into the loop. Let me just get that sorted. Here we go. So this one, get these 16E. Okay, and let's get my glue tool, get all of these together in the same region. And I mean, you can definitely see that I'm a little bit rusty with Logic, but it's cool. So you can see how it's real, yeah, you know what it is I need to just glue those together. You know, the one thing about this template, the environment that the Logic Cafe guys have put together, is that it's a real nice environment for getting some ideas down quickly. So you can really feel that it's working nice. Do you know what I'm going to do? Let me just get a bass sound. It's definitely good fun working this way. And that bass patch, what's that one? The house bass. Okay, let's go. You know what I do is, if I'm finding it difficult to check out whether the notes I'm playing are working well when I'm playing them really low, I take it up an octave and then I can test it, and then I'll take it down the octave after. So I'm going to play around. Okay, that sounds like that could work. Let's have a go. So as I said, all of this slot now quantized, but then the Alt Shift down arrow So that's that. And so anyway, you get the vibe. It's a real quick and easy way to work with it. I haven't even bothered looking at the arpeggiator, but you guys know what an arpeggiator is. So from the chord, it's going to play multiple notes up and down. So that template that these guys have created, let me just come back onto the environment. And if you don't know where it is, just drop down on the click on ports over here, which is the default layer, down to the MR1K. And you can take a look. If you're clever enough, you may be able to suss out how they've done it. But this is a really, really great fun thing that really, like I said, it really brings a kind of second lease of life to Logic and tides us over until the point when Apple decided to give us Logic X.